everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Welcome to the newest episode of the JanaTalk podcast. I'm happy to see you because today will be something special, something totally different. It's only me and you. We together, we are going to have a coffee or tea, or if you prefer lemonade, online. So grab yourself a cup of tea or coffee, what you prefer, and let's dive deeper into today's topic, which will be how to awaken your inner spark. The more we get mature, the more we get older. I observe on people that the inner spark, the energy, and the way how people loves or enjoys their lives slowly disappears because they focus on the daily routine, the daily tasks, what they have to do, not what they want to do in their life, but what they have to do, what they have to pay, and the life, the enjoyment in their life slowly disappears because they slowly forgets about what they loved to do when they were younger. So today's topic is how to awaken again the energy, because I see it as a very current topic. And also I have realized that it's today's the 28th of episode of JanaTalk podcast, and I haven't properly also introduced myself. So let me also in the first part introduce myself and tell you more about why I started this podcast, what brought me to this idea, a little bit of my background, and then of course we are gonna see the topic how to awaken your inner spark. At the last part, I would also like to make a little teasing and tell you what guests you can be looking forward to the next episodes, because truly the next episode will be really also worth it. You will love it. So, are you ready? So at the beginning, before we jump into the topic, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Do you have a lot of stress in your life? Do you feel that you have a lot of duties and you don't have enough space to enjoy your life properly as you would like to? Another question, do you think that the time passes so quickly by that you don't have time to do all the things you would like to do because it goes so quickly? I have a feeling sometimes that the more, I would say mature, I would call it, the more mature I am, or a little bit older, the more I have a feeling that the time really passes so quickly, or quicker than I had a feeling when I was a kid, for example. And the more I speak with people about this topic, they have this completely the same feeling. Why is it so? Because maybe we do more things, maybe we do more duties, and maybe we forgot about ourselves a little bit. What do you think? And would you like to get more inspired and have more energy in your life? If you said yes to one of these questions, you are at the right place at the right time, because today you're going to have the answers. So, but before we start this topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Jana, or Jana. I have been working in marketing for almost 20 years. It's incredible how the time really passes quickly, because it feels like yesterday when I finished university. So after university, I studied. I thought I would be doing HR, honestly, because I always loved communication with people, and somehow the journey brought me by itself to marketing because of the creative process. There are also people, because marketing is not only about the brands, but it's about connecting brands with people. So that's why I think the journeys brought me to this place. So I was responsible during those years for really nice brands and big brands for the Czech and Slovak markets, like Vichy or Lind, Mentos. Also, I was responsible for online. Well, I did everything. Well, I was responsible for ATL and BTL channels to think about what communication will be communicated and where. And then after, I don't know how many years, I think 12 years, I knew I need a break. I need to do a little change, or maybe 15. It goes so quick, 15, 13. So I went much deeper to online marketing. I was responsible for social media accounts of six different brands. And also I created some online programs. At the time, I started to work because I had a lot of stress in my life, a lot of stress. it was not obvious on me, but I really felt the stress everywhere, I would say, in all parts of my body, especially on my back, because when you have a lot of stress and you don't do anything against it, it just slowly, it just slowly gets into your body. And then, because I was working like 12 hours a week, or 12 hours a day, not 12 hours a week, that would be really wonderful, right? 12 hours a week. But no, 12 hours a day. And also many weekends, I would say, as well. So not really the healthy lifestyle, I would say. Nowadays, definitely, I would not call it a lifestyle, which I would prefer and which I would call also healthy. So what happened is that I started to have a big problems with my back. So I started to go to massage. I started to run and do activities because I thought that it's the healthy way how to do it. At that time, I also started to work for radio every Saturday, which was really great because it was not stress free. It was absolutely different stress level because I thought I will help them with marketing, but no, they wanted me as a host, as a presenter in a Saturday show. So Saturday afternoon show. So that was really very well adventure for me because I thought I marketing always, marketing only, and this is how my journey started to spread. That I have like two ways, or two passions, let's say, marketing and this let's call radio or something like this because it connects even more people. In COVID, when I was in the radio, I found out how powerful this channel is and how amazing tool it is because it can help so many people. This radio station was focused on dance music, so really great. So a lot of energy, a lot of spirit, and actually it listened to mostly 150,000 people, which was really great number. And during COVID time, a pandemic, I realized that it's really amazing tool how to spread good things among people that it can help them. So I did interviews with many people, especially those who suffered the most, as for example, directors of zoo centers, zoo or managers of zoo, talking about the animals, how people can help them. Also, yoga centers, yoga teachers, I connected them to help people to not to lose their minds because it was so crazy a period. Do you remember this crazy period? It felt like science fiction. I remember when it started. It was a feeling like having in real life the science fiction movie. And when it came and everybody was searching for the masks and they were nowhere to buy, it was this crazy feeling. I was on the street and everybody was running and in the streets home and not talking to anybody. And I felt, this is it. This is it. It's here. The movie is here. The movie is here. Oh my God. It's really funny. But that day when I saw the people running and scared, it was crazy. But you remember this definitely for sure. It's not so long time ago. So back to the topic about the radio. When I started to connect good things with the radio and not only talking or with guests about like different things, but on a purpose to spread the good things that can actually help them. And I found out that it's really an amazing tool how to spread good things around the world and how this can really inspire and help people, especially in COVID, that people felt really nice or nicer. Not well, the period was a little bit special. So yeah, so since then I had this inspiration. I think this journey and inspiration how to do things differently started in my brain, in my mind. When the radio finished, I felt that I lost something, part of me, because connecting the music, people, good things together, it was really like some part of me. I found out even at the beginning of the journey, I thought I have to do only different things. And then when I was started to be responsible for 6 different brands, for online campaigns and for social media accounts, for cooperation with influencers, for all the competitions and creating activities purely online, but more to the death. It was I created two different programs for two different brands. Dormeo, which is a lifestyle brand producing mattresses, really everything for healthy sleep. And then a second brand, Delimano, which for a healthy lifestyle, but for cooking. So, and by CEO by that company, I will say I'm not promoted, but I was asked if I could moderate this program again, as I did in the radio. So I did this project for 2 years, and I really found my passion again. And then because I knew I want to work for myself. Um, and when I finished also this program, because I started my journey as a brand strategist, helping brands all around the world, not only to Czech Republic and Slovakia, um, it felt like something is missing, really, because like I started this kind of journey 6 years ago, and it's really a different feeling when you are really doing something you believe also that it's helping other people, and it's connecting something really more positive with into more depth with others who might need it and who might get inspired by this. So actually, this is the reason why I started to create why I created this podcast, JanaTalk. It took me a while to start it, but I'm happy I did because I really love it. So now today is the 28th of episode, and I'm really happy that you are here and that you watch the episodes and that you also can get inspired by the different topics and by the different guests. So actually, this is my journey. Even still, I do marketing, and I'm responsible for one international brand for the Czech and Slovak market. Still, really nice brand. I'm responsible for marketing, distribution, sales, well, everything for the two countries. It's really amazing brand. I'm happy that I also created this product program to do something more. Also, another thing which is valuable for all of you actually. So this is my journey. How and why did I created this podcast, and why what I do? So you know a little bit about me, about my background, and now let's get deeper into today's topic, which is how to awaken your inner spark. So I have prepared 5 different blocks with tips how to awaken your inner spark. What I observe nowadays, what I also have mentioned to you at the beginning, is that the more we get mature, the more we get older, but I call it mature because we understand more the values of our life. We value more our time, and also who we spend the time with and how do we spend our time. The more I see among people and observe that the joy of life disappears. So let me give you a few tips which you can start implementing in your life. By each tip I will also tell you how do I implement it in my life, because I would say I'm a little bit like more energetic than usually you can see by people. So and I think it's when I was thinking, it's many of the tips what I have prepared is actually what I do, but I do it because I didn't read it somewhere, or many of it something I started to do because I read it somewhere. But majority of the things I do because I just felt it's right to do, and it somehow brings you energy actually when you start to implement those things in your life, and you then feel better. And when you feel better, you have more energy. When you have better energy, you don't have so pessimistic mind. And when you don't have pessimistic mind, you feel that the world is not as dark, dark kingdom, but you see it more positively. And that's also why you attract to yourself more positive people, more open-minded people, and not so like stuck, negative, and closed. So I believe that every step of this has its meaning, and that's why I have prepared also the tips for you. So, there are 5 categories. The first and most important category is mindset, because whatever we believe, you also, I think, heard about it in other podcasts or on the movies, or you probably read it also in some magazines. But it's actually true, because the things which we believe, it slowly appears in our life, even those we don't want to have in our life. So the most important thing, which I didn't do, or I'm not sure if I did it in my childhood, but I do it really, I've done this for a really long time, starting my day positively. It sounds like a cliche, but actually it's very important. I have realized when I had those problems with my back, and really those problems were crazy because I was not able, there was not, well, it took, I don't know how many years, but there was a time I was not able to bend in the bathroom when I wanted to clean my face, because of my back, and the 45 degrees was for me the most difficult, because it was the most painful. So, and I felt really like an old lady, like 80 years old, and I'm definitely not this old. So I started to implement those habits, something like some new things. And I have to say that really the morning, when you have like a calm morning, when you do the things which you like, and you really do it consistently every single day, it brings you joy and energy. And the thing what I also observed on myself is I get more energy and I'm not as stressed and as usual. Because when I started to think about the duties, I started to be under pressure. What everything I have to, what I'm saying, what everything I have to or had to do or create or catch up during the day. And that's also the talk. How did I talk to myself that I have to do it, that I must do it? And when you say to yourself that you have to do it, when you must do it, how do you feel? Do you feel positive? No, not at all, right? So when you say to yourself, I have to do it, the only feeling what you have is pressure, negative pressure that you have to do it, but you feel really that you do not want to do it, but you know that you need to do it, but you don't want to do it. But so then there are the problems that it starts by you, the stress, and whatever, if you have a back pain or neck pain, it definitely is somewhere, or later will be somewhere if you do not do anything against it. So not only starting the day, which I will still focus on, but also the things when you have a tasks, duties, don't think about it that you have to do it, but you want to do it. Another thing, what I also started to do many years ago, because I as marketing, not responsible only for one thing, but usually I created the idea that I implemented with all different suppliers. So from the idea up to the realization, actually in any possible channel, from in-store, TV, outdoor, visibility, articles, cooperation with journalists, well, anything you think about, depending on the brand. I had really many activities, or I have, and I started to write it down, not to have it only in my head. That's what I started to do already when I was in Mentos, or responsible for Mentos, for the candies and chewing gums. I started to write the task down to the sheet of paper, because then I realized that my head will be lighter. Even I can have many things in my head. I remember many things. But when you put it down to the sheet of paper, what happens is that you know that you can lighten up your mind, your brain, and you can think about other things. You don't need to focus on the tasks, because you know that there is a space, there is a place where you wrote them down. So at night time, which is very important, you can have fresh mind, fresh head, and you can sleep properly. So what I do is I write all the tasks down, ideally the night before I go to sleep. So everything is on the paper. When I do have anything in my mind which concerns the work or the activities I need to do, and I cannot write it down, I put it in my mobile phone to the notes. So also I have there a second place where I put the notes, and then I write it to the among the tasks to the sheet of paper where I have really many duties. So this is one thing. Then another thing, sleeping time. When you speak about the nighttime and sleeping time, it's very important to go to bed with fresh head, not to have the stress inside of you. So do the things in the evening what calms you down, what what brings away the stress. So for example, if you prefer meditation or if you prefer swimming or anything what calms you down, so no cardio definitely at 8 or 9 or something like this PM, but something what makes you feel calmer, ready for bed, maybe sleeping. Sleeping always helps to sleep many people, so I believe maybe also you. If music, then some calming music, maybe some bath with candles, with some herbs. So anything. At the beginning, when I started with this, I used to put a lot of herbs to the bath, and a bath really helped me. Nowadays, I don't do it as often because I already have my rituals, which help me already to switch my mind and to have free mind, let's say, for night. But when I started with this, I definitely have problems because I had full head of duties, of tasks, of what I need to focus at work. So this helped me really to clean up, to fresh my mind, to help to slow down. Also, breathing exercises are really good when you need to slow down and to relax and to prepare yourself on sleeping. So this is important part the evening and the nighttime. So you recover your mind and your energy during the nighttime. It's definitely not a cliche. It's important part because do you know the feeling when you don't sleep enough and like 3 hours, 2 hours only of sleep, and in the morning you wake up? How do you feel? Myself, if I don't have enough sleep, I'm like a naughty dog or naughty. Well, I can't describe the feeling, but I'm really grumpy. I'm totally negative mood, negative energy. It's crazy. So the sleep does really influence us a lot. The better we sleep, the better we have morning. The better morning, the better the day. So if you start implementing calming down with no social media or with no movies, action movies before 1 hour or 2 hours before nighttime, your sleep is better, calmer, and then you have more energy in the morning. Because that's also another thing, how you find out if you slept enough, that you have enough energy in the morning. When you are at work, do you definitely, I'm sure you know many people who do not have plenty of energy in the morning because they feel wasted, that they feel definitely not energetic, that they are like at 11 p.m. really without any energy. Do you know those people? So this is the reason what can also, and these are the tips, what can help you to regain the energy and not to have this feeling that you felt really badly in the morning. When you feel nicely energetic in the morning, that's a good sign. That's the sign which you need, because or that you want, because then you will know that you slept really well, your body relaxed really well, and that you have enough energy. So when we speak about then the morning, as I have mentioned a few minutes ago, I've realized on myself that when I started to, from the very morning with my tasks, when I had to look to my mobile, to the duties, I felt differently than when I put the duties to a little bit later time. And when I do in the morning the things which I love to do, or when those things, what brings me more relaxation, positive mindset, So what I do, I start my day every single day for maybe 6 years now, or 5 years definitely, 5 years for sure, 6 years maybe. Every single morning, I start my day with shower, with cold shower. When I had the problems with my back, I didn't have cold shower. I had lukewarm shower, so a little bit warmer when it was winter time because it didn't help my back pain on the opposite side. So that was the only time when I didn't do this. But the shower anyway, even you have it lukewarm temperature, it helps you to start your day. Even when you have it really cold, definitely it helps you because even if you don't want to, the cold shower gives you so much energy because it's crazy cold. You just wake up and you wash your face and then you step into the shower, and then the freezing cold fucking water. It's really crazy. But it helps you to feel really amazingly, and that's why I do it, because I feel really amazingly after the shower. And even I feel sometimes not energetic in the morning, this definitely helped me to feel energized. So that's one thing I think I have never missed it since the last 6 years, every single day, even I was on vacation or anywhere else. So then, of course, preparing tea, the things, but I do not look to my duties or tasks at the day, what are ahead of me, because the day before I put it into the notebook, I wrote them down and I know where to find them. So I don't stress about it because I know already from the evening what I need to focus the next day. So I have it in my mind, but I don't focus on it during the morning. Then I started to implement a few years ago, not 6 years, but a little bit less, morning exercises and meditation. Meditation, you heard many times, I'm sure. But really, what it helps me to calm my mind, calm myself down. I would say also root it. Somebody would call it rooted. Um, because as marketeer, I have plenty of ideas, and sometimes I'm like with the ideas in the air. And this helps me to calm myself down and also to get rooted, so I don't fly with my ideas somewhere in the air, but I'm like more grounded. And also, it helps me to prevent stress. That's a major thing why I started to do this. First, when you start meditation, or next time we can speak about meditation, because when I started with this techniques, it was crazy to think of only about 2 minutes sitting doing nothing. It was like so crazy idea. What will I do those 2 minutes? But another thing also, what was very difficult was to not think, because we have so many thoughts during the day. I think I read somewhere that according to some survey, 80,000 thoughts during the day, or even maybe more. That's really crazy. So when you start with meditation, you might have a feeling that you have so many thoughts, and you cannot get rid of them. You can. Well, you cannot get rid of them, but you can only observe them. It's one of the techniques, but we will dig deeper into this topic some other time. So now, when I have time and when I have the feeling that I want to do it like this, I can sit like for 45 minutes. Then, of course, my legs are a little bit, I can feel them, but I feel them after the meditation or during the meditation. So it's really something what helps me for sure. And what I also started to implement is exercises for my back. When I don't do it for a few days, I feel it, because the back pain again starts to appear slowly, and I feel, oh, okay, this is just for me reminding to not to forget about my daily morning exercises for the back pain, to do it, because I do it not just because I have to do it, but because I want to do it, not to have the back pain again, and to have a healthy spine, healthy back, of course. So that's something what helps me. Then I go with my amazing dog, Rosie, outside for a walk. The time It depends what's the weather like. If it's rainy, of course Rosie hates it. So when it's raining, we have a micro walk. But when it's not, we can do walk around also 1 hour or 50 minutes. It depends. So this is something, another exercise what keeps my mind on a totally different thoughts than duties and tasks. Another tip, what I was talking about, the way how we think, how we talk to ourselves. Do we talk about ourselves as this, that we have to do the tasks, must do the tasks, or that we want to do the tasks? Do you feel the energy between those vocabularies, that I have to do it, or I want to do it, or I choose to do it? Because everything what we do in our lives depends on our decision. Even those things, whatever happens to us, we are the ones responsible to our reaction, and we are the ones who can say yes, we will do it, no, we will not do it, or if yes, then we do accept the task, then we do accept the duties. So it's our decision, and when we think about it, that it's our decision, it's not as negative as that we have to do it, but that we are willing to do it because we decided so. And it's totally different approach and totally different energy. So that's also another thing, what when you observe your vocabularies, at the beginning it might be more pessimistic and more must do, have to do. Then later, when you observe your thoughts and when you observe your vocabularies. So just observe it. How do you have it? Do you sometimes talk to yourself that you have to do these things, or when you talk to people that you have to do these things? Or how do you describe those duties that you are willing to do, that you want to do? It's up on us how we think about those things, because then we give those things or those activities the energy, positive or negative. And if we give it negative approach, negative energy, it influences us. Because if you imagine doing something what you don't want to do, how would you feel? How would you really feel? Not positive, right? So that's very important to observe and to think about, how do you do it in your life. So when I have a look at the list what I have prepared, or about another thing, well, another thing also, what makes your spark bigger, nicer, is, or energy, let's call it energy as well, is how you talk to yourself. According to research, we think about ourselves usually, or many people, more negative than the reality is, because of many reasons, of our childhood, about what somebody somehow told us long time ago, but still we have it somewhere in our minds. But it's up on us. How do we decide to talk to ourselves, if positive or negative? And again, it helps us to feel energized, better, nicer, or lower energy, decreased energy, negative, because we put ourselves down. So this is like always putting ourselves and our mind up or down, even with those small things. Because when you think about how often do you talk to yourself, much, much more than to anybody else, because you are you. So when I have a look to, another thing, what many people talk about, gratitude. Gratitude is definitely something what brings you energy and joy. And it's the opposite feeling from fear and from negative emotions. So whenever you feel depressed, or whenever you feel really that something bad happened to you, or that you don't have your day because everything is wrong or bad, think about things which are grateful for. Because when you imagine, for example, people in, I don't know, somewhere in India or I don't know some countries, not everyone has a proper house where to live or flat apartment. Not everyone has still parents alive. Not everyone has great friends as you do. Not everyone has, I don't know, you will find many things, but definitely being grateful for things you have in your life, that you have great neighbors, that somebody told you nice thing, that somebody saw you and told you something which surprised you, but it was nice message. Every single thing which makes you feel nicer, you can be grateful for it actually, because it's something what doesn't appear every single day. And what actually brings this feeling or brings this activity is that you feel, when you feel that you have really bad day, you realize that the day is not as bad as it could be, and that you have really nice things which you can be grateful for because you have those great friends, this amazing family, you have this amazing apartment or house, you have amazing husband or wife, amazing kids, amazing dog or cat. So many great reasons why to feel better, nicer, happier, and grateful most of all. So try to do this. I don't do this every day, but when I feel down, I do it, and it definitely helps me to feel better. Okay, then, yeah, this is a nice sentence I wanted to read you. Trust that your inner spark is always there, even when you can't feel it. You just need to awaken it. Another part I would like to discuss about how to awaken your inner spark is movement and about the body. Because when you bring energy, more energy to your body, physical energy, then it creates more physical positive feelings. This is really something I started to implement, I think 2.5 years ago when I went to UK to see Tony Robbins to UPW, his amazing workshop for 3 days. It's really well. This workshop attends usually 12,000 other people, so really a huge event. But what I found out, we were jumping a lot, and amazing thing was to observe how energy increased by every single person, even the most negative, which I found at the beginning. It was so strange seeing everybody so cheering up, and I belong among more positive or optimistic minded people usually I saw before. But here, when you see everybody so positive, open minded, it's because the level of energy increased amazingly. And one of the tips, what they do, and what I started to implement in my life. Now I don't do it every day, but when I really feel bad, I do it. Is jumping. Jumping is something what definitely increases your energy, but very quickly. It takes only a few seconds, and you feel differently. Even you do not want to when you don't have the energy. Majority of my days, I would say I'm positive, open-minded, and like I see things more positive than usually people do. But when I do have this down day, that I feel everything bad and wrong, it's really so strange by me. But sometimes it happens. Well, there are like few days, probably a year, but when it happens, it's so strange. And or another thing, when I do this jumping activity is when I don't have any energy and I need still to focus on, because I need to create something, and I need to create to make my mind work again, like more, and not to slow down. This jumping really helps, even you do not want to. When you feel bad or not really positive, it helps you because the endorphins you create, immediately the negative thinking disappears. It's one thing to talk about it, but when you feel it, when you do it, and then you see it by yourself. When I did it for the first time after Tony Robbins, I felt like, okay, I will do it. And I started to jump. And I felt like a crazy person jumping here in my apartment. And and I felt really, I don't know, I didn't feel really well that day. And after 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, when I felt really the jumping because of my breath, I needed to focus on the jumping because I was really, I had to jump. So the breathing really started to change. And then suddenly, quickly, the negative thinking disappeared, and I felt energized. And I felt that I'm laughing to myself, that I feel really so good. Where did my negative thinking disappear? Where did it go? Because suddenly I felt so good. Suddenly, just like this. And it started just because I started to jump. So whenever you will feel down, whenever you will feel negative emotions, or whenever you will feel that you need to be energized, but you feel without energy, do the jumping. Put really aloud. I hope not. It's not after 10 o'clock, 10 p.m., but I think I did it a few times again, also when I needed to concentrate and still do some things. But when you just need to change your thinking, put your amazing song, which you love really, and jump. There is a song, I will put it in the description, what I really do love. I have goosebumps. Now when I think about it, I have to drink my cup of water with some special, I bought like healthy powder, but it's actually quite good. So when I think about those things, I have a goosebumps, and I imagine really. I think I also imagine this event, and it's really amazing the feeling I have. So the more you jump, the quicker it gets with a different feeling. Now I think it's enough 20 seconds, and I feel already much different. At the beginning when I started, I needed, I think, 1.5 minutes. So give it a try. Even you will feel like a crazy person. Give it a try, because you will definitely see the difference. Definitely, I'm worth it. Oh, sorry, worth it as well. You are also worth it. But yeah, I forgot what I wanted to say. But you definitely will see it. I swear it, because it's worth it. That's what I wanted to say. Yes, it's worth it. So. Yes. So this is one of the things. Then, when I have a look to my list of the things what I wanted regarding the body and movement. Also what I realized on myself when I worked 12 hours a day, almost every day, and then when I had the problems with my back, that when I didn't do the things which I like, and when I didn't have them in my life, I had more stress, because the stress didn't disappear. The stress was still stuck in my body somehow. It's difficult to explain it, because it's something what we do not see, but we feel it stuck inside. And the body movement, the body moving is so important to do. Whatever you like to do, if it's running, if it's, for me, it's swimming or yoga, but if it's running for you, or if it's aikido or football, whatever you like to do it on a regular basis, because it doesn't only keeps you fit, but it prevents to get the stress stuck in your body and feel then low energy. It actually really helps to get unstuck, or these negative emotions and distress. But I realized this after 12 years of hard work, 12 hours a day, and after the back pain, when I started to observe more the body, and what should I do to get rid of the pain, because the pain, it lasts, I think it was like 5-6 years, really long time. So I was really doing everything to stop having the pain and to prevent it. So this is my other advice, definitely, that it's not only about keeping fit, it's not only to make you feel slimmer, it's also about getting rid of stress and getting rid of negative emotions you get during the days, because not every person you meet, not everyone you meet in your life, in your everyday, is positive, open-minded, friendly. So it's I would say a healthy balance to get unstuck. So when I have a look to, another thing is definitely breathing exercise. Cold shower could also belong into the body section. And well, let's create ritual that helps you feel grounded, and that helps you. Only you can say what helps you the most, because you know yourself, you know your body, you know how you feel. So observe, how do you feel after energetic exercises, and how do you feel after calming exercises? And you can have both. It depends only on the time and on the day. So whatever makes you feel better, do it, because at the end of the day, it's those things which make you feel better, more energized. And that means that also this help you to feel more energized and to increase your inner spark. All right. With the energy and inner work, there are also a few things which might sound like a cliche, but they are actually very important. Give yourself permission to rest without guilt. That's something, if you are perfectionists and you know that when you have a duty, you do it, whatever, at work or at sport activities, sometimes it's difficult for us to take rest, to do nothing. For me, doing nothing was one of the most hardest things I have to learn. But if you're the same case as I was, then this is something what you also deserve. And in life, we need balance. The balance gives us energy. When we have too much of something, and for example, too much work, but we do not think about our time, ourselves, or what brings us joy, it's not really a balance. It's like this. So we need to sometimes make also like nothing, just to take rest and relax. And regarding energy, say yes to something that excites you. Do things on a regular basis that gives you joy. Make a list of things you wanted to do, even big things or small things. Make a list of 100 things. You will be surprised. It might be difficult at the beginning, but you might be surprised how many things you wanted to do, but you didn't because you didn't have time. So this might be really great to start also your day. And you can talk to someone who inspires you, get in touch. And also important thing is say no to things and people which drains your energy, with that you don't feel well, because you deserve it. You don't have to say yes to everything. That's also another thing, that we sometimes want to help people. We want that we say yes to more things that we actually should say yes, and then we are over flooded by more and more duties without realization, and it's also not a healthy thing to do. So these are my tips for you to awaken your inner spark, to feel better, and especially to have more energy. Because the more energy we have, the better we feel, the more positive mindset we have, the better for us, but also for everyone else who is around us. So it was longer than actually I thought. I thought I would be speaking like 10 minutes maximum. So I'm nicely surprised of myself. But if you stayed up until the end, I'm really happy about it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We will sometimes repeat some interesting topic like today, like for example the meditation, as today we spoke about, and I will be looking forward to seeing you next time. And my teasing, by the way, I promised you teasing who will be my next guests. So I will not tell you yet the names, but I will tell you that one of the guests you will see very, very soon is someone who did the Camino journey, Santiago de Compostela. 800 kilometers journey. Can you imagine that? It's really crazy just to imagine that, walking 800 kilometers. No car, no bicycle, but walking 800 kilometers. So my guest, who you will see very soon, did this journey twice. First alone by himself. He refreshed his mind, he refreshed his body totally. It was like, I would say, a huge detox, a long detox, because this tour takes approximately 5 weeks. And he got so inspired that he really got amazing ideas, which changed completely his life, his and his wife as well. So that's why he did it for the second time with his son. And we will be speaking about it. How did he do it? How difficult was this journey? What interesting did came up to, well, what happened in this journey? So, because not many people did the whole Camino, and I have to say that I know nobody, well, except him, that he did this journey twice. So this will be one of my next guests. Another guest you can look forward to is an HR manager who is working in HR for many, many years. And she has amazing tips and advice, and she will be spreading not only how to find out a great candidate, but also how to work with a team to make them motivated. And also, because nowadays the time changes because of AI. So how does the HR world, how does today's HR work changed, and what can we also expect from the future? So HR topics which really will also be helpful for even you are working on yourself as independent, you have your own company, or you are working full time. These tips will be definitely valuable also for you. I wish you a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I'm looking forward to see you next time.